Wvon. I feel good. Annette, I feel good. Now let me tell you, but that isn't why I'm feeling good. My guest in the studio is Dominique Leach.
Hi, how are you?
Dominique has the Lexington Betty Smokehouse. You cater events and you do drop-offs.
Yes, ma'am. The catering company is called Cater to You Events and Drop-Offs, and we have a food truck called Lexington Betty Smokehouse.
Girl. Now, first of all, people know this. I am a huge sausage fan. I love sausage. Flavorful sausage. I go upstairs. There's a bun, piece of sausage in it. I take a bite out of it. I think I've died and gone to heaven. I don't do barbecue sauce.
Okay.
So I'm really into the flavors of that sausage. You have you just started, you make this sausage yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We've only served it on the truck once. We served it Saturday for the first time.
Where were you Saturday? What, just a food truck going around?
Yeah, well, Saturday we were around the south side, yes.
You mean to tell me this is your recipe for sausage?
Yes, ma'am.
And what?
Yes, ma'am.
You gotta taste this to believe it. Yeah. It is delicious.
Thank you, ma'am.
So, Dominique, tell me about this wonderful venture. I mean, have you always been a chef? What did you do in your former life before you lost your mind, quit your job, lost your job, got a food truck, and decided to open up a catering business?
Well, after high school, I went to school for culinary arts, and I learned the skill. Actually, when I was a kid, I didn't know how to make soul food at all, and it actually took me to learn technique that I got from culinary school. Flavor profile.
Where the hell did you grow up?
Here in Chicago. I grew up eating soul food.
Okay, but you never learned how to cook it.
But I just could not produce it the way that I was eating it, the way that the flavors I was familiar with, it just was not coming out right. But
are you a millennial?
Yes.
You're a millennial. I'm sorry, you're in your 20s, you're in your 30s.
I'm in my 30s.
You're in your 30s. And so, what happened? What were you doing before? When did you start the Lexington Betty Smokehouse truck and the catering business? What were you doing before this?
I was working around the city for different chefs, celebrity chefs, different hotels, just gaining experience so that I can branch off and start my own company.
And so, where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? What do you want? Where do you want to see? Because listen, I can cook and I'm a pretty good cook. But if I'm going to have people over, I let somebody else do it for me. So, actually, I do that. So, when did this all come to fruition?
Well, I had a friend whose sister was getting married, and she had already hired a chef, and the chef was kind of being short with her, and she was becoming really uncomfortable. It was only 2 weeks prior to the wedding, and she asked me if I could step in. She knew I was capable. She had my food before, and so I did what I had already been doing, working at off-site catering companies, and I rented everything that I needed. I prepped the food. I literally rented caves to cook the food in. And I went to the venue, set up. I hired my cousins and my friends and staff, told them what I wanted their uniforms to be. They came, they had complete professionalism, and we made it happen. It was a beautiful event, and that's where the birth started. I said on that day I wanted to start my own catering company.
Good question.
Well, it's called Lexington Betty Smokehouse. I'm glad you asked because Betty King is my grandmother, and she's from Lexington, Mississippi. So I knew when I started the truck, I knew it had the name. I wanted it to have substance and just so much passion behind it, Absolutely, absolutely. And
Where the hell were you July 16th? You weren't at the Taste of WVON.
I was, and I'll be at the next one, though.
I bet you will. I bet you will. And so I'm so excited for it.
Thank you, ma'am.
That call me ma'am again. There's going to be a problem.
Yes, ma'am.
Listen. Yeah, I did it for her for that. So anyway, Well, I don't have those problems. Anyway, so I'm so excited for you.
Thank
and
you.
and what does your family think about all of
They're
this?
all really excited too. My grandmother seen the truck for the first time at the end of June, and she cried, and she was really
Aw.
surprised. She didn't know anything about it. Most of the family didn't know about it at all, and so the start date was actually pushed back, and so they were starting to get little details like, "Hey, what's going on?" You know. And so when they all seen it, they were really excited. I want to show them that it's about family, and so I put my aunt's name on it, Connie's potato salad, and I'm about to put my mother's sweet potato pie on the menu. And this is my andouille sausage that I just the one that you just tried.
This andouille sausage you need to have in Whole Foods in Mariana.
Wow.
I'm telling you, you have to taste this. I didn't even put barbecue sauce on it.
Just thinking big. I'm trying to think outside of the box. I see the restaurants in our communities, and I'm seeing the same type of restaurants. Mind you, soul food is not far from what I'm seeing around here, but it's very refined.
Well, the worst part is that you see it more downtown. The cultural appropriation of soul food.
Mm-hmm.
That really bothers me.
Yes. Well, I knew I had to leave my full-time job to make it a reality. I knew for a long time.
So you had to step up out on faith.
I had to step out on faith. I didn't have anything but my own savings and just passion, and I'm just very assertive. And I quit my job. I spent money for marketing, and I just decided that I wanted to be a difference in our community. So I just started talking to people and encouraging them and letting them know what my plan was. I spoke to other chefs and just to get their opinion. Derek Ryland, who owns Batters and Berries, I spoke to him a lot.
Oh my God, you don't get bigger than this right now.
And
he's got he's got some of the hottest restaurants in
Batters
the
and
city
Berries,
right
Palette. Smoke that. And so I spoke to him several times, and he encouraged me to call him when I have questions. And the first thing he always said was, "You have to lose your job." And you have to leave your job. And my job played a huge part in it because I was working at the Four Seasons Hotel, and I was a chef there for a year, and then I transferred to the front of the house as a server.
Wow.
Because I got married. I was looking for more work-life balance, and being a chef is a lot of hours.
Yes, it is.
A lot of stress. And I just ultimately decided, working with that type of clientele, it helped me decide the kind of life that I wanted to live, and it just didn't consist of serving people or working for anyone else. And I'm here to encourage other people to do the same, other people in our community. Stop teaching kids to go to school to get a good job. Teach them to go to school, gain experience, and start their own companies. And it's what we need in our community.
So have you started your own family yet?
I have not started my own family yet.
Smart girl. Very smart girl. And so is your husband supportive? Does he come out of the culinary field too?
My wife is very supportive.
Your wife, okay.
My wife is very supportive. She helps out when she can. She's the branch manager where she works, so she's very busy as well. But on the weekends, she tries to help me out. She slept in today, but I know she's listening right now.
All right, hey, how are you? Good to talk to you. So I asked you before, I'll ask you again, where do you see this company 10 years from now? What do you see with the brick and mortar?
Absolutely.
Do you see yourself with a beard award? What do you see?
Yeah, I can see all those things in my future for sure. I can see the brick and mortar, several brick and mortars. I worked for a chef named Tony Mantuano. He was just a huge influence to me.
Oh my God, yeah.
And someone said to me one day, "Oh, so you want to be Tony Mantuano?" I said, "No, I want to be Larry Levy."
And tell our listeners who Larry Levy is.
Larry Levy is a mogul. He owns the Levy Corporation.
Yeah.
That's who I want.
Steakhouses,
yes,
all of that.
Yes, I want to be Larry Levy. That's who I want to be, and I want to, help provide opportunities for people like me to, just chase their dreams and make it realistic.
Let me ask you this: you seem like a very conscious woman. And one of the biggest issues we have, and Annette knows this, is that we have had so many young people and older people in our community that have that have gotten caught up in the criminal justice system. And so they come back out at some point, they feel so dejected, they can't find a job, they've got to put an X in the box and that sort of thing. Are you thinking in some terms of doing something more community oriented, as besides building your business? But do you have a consciousness where you want to give back to the community in any way?
Yeah, absolutely. I bought property on the South Side about a year ago, and prior to that, I never wanted to live on the South Side. You know, just the reputation. I'm glad I did, though. You know, there's so much culture here, and you know, I said that I wanted to make the difference. So when I look at people, I say hi. You know, I speak when I'm spoken to. I'm polite, and I think we're not seeing enough of that in our community. And I just want to encourage people, and especially people that have been locked up and need a second chance. There's so many of the men in our community we're losing so many of them to the justice system, and we need to encourage them. You know, sometimes I look at men like babies. They just need a little more encouragement than us women. You know, we're queens, and we need to encourage them to be the kings that they are.
And the one thing is that women are, you know, standing up for these people. I talk about this all the time on my show. I have Todd Belcourt. It's a real big hot button issue with me because I believe people deserve a second chance. But you know what's so incredible is that you know who you are and you want to do well, not only for yourself, but you want to be a role model for your people.
Absolutely.
When we come back, we're going to get all of the logistics, find out what's on the menu, where that damn truck is with that sausage. We're also going to find out, you know, how people can hire you for special events when we come back. It's 11:49. And I was just going through the menu with her. And Sonia Escobar had a good question. Is there an app where we can follow your truck?
There isn't an app, but that's something I'll get that started. I hadn't even thought about that. I'm sure some of the other food trucks do it. I'm just getting into the lingo, so I'll try to get something like that designed.
That sounds good. So how do people find you? What do we do? Is there a number we call?
You can call the number directly on the truck and on the menu, 773-663-6190. It's a start-off company, so that is my personal number. You can call and request for us to come out to a company. We do a lot of that when we come to companies, and the staff will come out for lunch, and we'll vend to them. Or, we do events from the truck or just catering events at a facility or venue.
So let's talk about this sweet chili chicken wrap. Shredded chicken, Napa cabbage, mango, carrots, red peppers, cilantro, scallions, and sweet chili lime vinaigrette. Really? That sounds amazing.
I just had it.
Sonia, you just had it?
It is so delicious. It just melts in your mouth.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Sonia.
Did you all not eat all that? Please.
We're not saving anything. Every man for himself.
I see. Boy, didn't that hot. Keith, I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing with you, Keith.
Everybody disappearing on you. I hope his food left.
Do not go upstairs until this show is over. So we've got some other good stuff. Some healthy things. You've got spring baby greens. You've got baby kale salad. Oh, now in the kale salad you have crispy lentils, feta cheese. What is that? Piccoline olives? Piccoline olives?
Piccolini olives.
Piccolini
it's
olives.
An Italian olive.
Ooh, lemon oregano vinaigrette. Oh, wow. The kale salad. You have shaved Brussels sprouts. What's this? Kohlrabi?
Kohlrabi. It's a root vegetable.
Goat cheese, Marcona almonds, apple mustard seed vinaigrette. You've done some things, haven't you?
I've done some things. I've done some cooking.
You've been around some really good chefs. Yes. Really, I can tell in just the ingredients that you use. You've got the hot lunch special, baby arugula with carrots, pea shoots, pea tendrils, radish, Parmesan crisp, and lemon vinaigrette. grilled salmon or chicken with parsnip curry, spring vegetables, citrus, gremolata. I haven't even heard of some of these things. And herb salad. You have a French peas and smoked pork belly.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one where I almost had a moment. Grilled squash and herb compound butter.
Mm-hmm.
Artisan bread and whipped butter. Whipped. You know, whipped. Do you know I love whipped butter? Whipped. Gotta have that whipped. I can make whipped into a 2-syllable word.
Whipped.
All right then. So it sounds good. It sounds like a great team. When did you officially kick your business off?
In 2016. So in December we will be 1 year.
And are you pleased the way things are going thus far?
Yeah, I'm pleased. I'm very pleased with things. You know, I see growth in our future, and I know consistency is going to pay off. So I'm just sticking with it.
All right then. So this is the deal, guys. You can call or contact Dominique by phone or by website, right?
We have we do all of our marketing on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
So you can find a catering company under Cater to You Events and Drop-Offs on Facebook. We have a business page and a group page. I also do a lot of marketing from my personal page. It's under Dominique Leach, and Instagram is under leach.dominique. And you can contact me through phone number. I gave the number before, 773-663-6190, or my email address, dominiqueleach@catertoyouevents.net.
Okay, so all of my friends that listen to us, yes, police officers do listen to the Very Small Show, or either county correction officers. You can call or contact you.
Mm-hmm.
You'll bring the truck over.
Absolutely.
Everybody can come out. If you're at some of these schools are around, you can call them, and teachers and all of you guys, principals, you can come out and buy the food. I just can't tell you how much a pleasure it is to meet you.
Thank you, ma'am. It's a pleasure to meet you. Not negative, the ma'am.
But you are just such a pleasant person, and I can't wait to be driving down the street one day and see the truck, and then I'm honking at you and be like, Dominique. So basically, if you want to find you, they have to call you or contact you.
Yes, or we'll post on social media.
Or you'll post on social media if you're just like
just
hanging
the location
out at WVON or something.
Yeah,
one day.
since I have.
You need to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
How about do that? You bring your truck over, and then what we'll do is we'll say, "Hey, Dominique is out here in the back. Come on over and get something to eat." Let's do that.
We should definitely set that up
before it gets cold.
Okay, yeah, before it gets cold.
I love that.
And since I have the platform, I would like to offer people, if you all call me at any time to book me to come out to your workplace, if you just have 10 if you have 10 people to buy 10 Lexington Betty specials, then I'll buy your lunch.
Oh, say that again.
Call me. I'll come out to your workplace. If you arrange for 10 people to buy a Lexington Betty special, the special consists of 10-ounce portion meat. We have the rib tips, quarter chicken, brisket, or pulled pork platter. And it comes with 2 sides. You get a choice between the brisket baked beans, cornbread, collard greens with smoked turkey meat, the macaroni and cheese, or the candy yams that will be on the menu.
And then you'll buy that person's lunch.
I'll buy that person's lunch.
Can't beat that, guys. So Theodore London down there, down the street, and all these other people, make sure that you do this. Thank you, Dominique.
Thank you, Miss Perry.
Oh, it is so nice to meet you.
Nice to
and
meet you
let me
as
tell
well.
you make a mean sausage. We're going to talk off there. I need to order some of those.
Okay, I got you.
My thanks to Annette Flournoy, also to Sonia Escobar, of course, Keith Berry, and to all of you, to Sonia Tompkins, and all my wonderful guests, and to my great calls. And guess what? We're going to do it all over again tomorrow. And we'll remind you, tomorrow Sonia is going to be playing at the Ravens Tavern out there in Blue Island. We'll give you the details. See you then. Have a great day, everyone.